What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we will be discussing the viral sailor slipper pattern, which was popular mostly around a few months ago, I think 3 to 5 months ago, but I've just recently made it because I only had a need to make it now, and I wanted to review the pattern for you guys based on the first pair that I've made so far, which are these. I've put them through the wash, so they have already been felted. The stripes are bleeding a bit, but that's only because I haven't had a chance to shave them yet, so the stripes are obviously not as visible as they would be, but you can see I took a yellow and a blue for this, and then on the bottom I have blue as well. I also haven't gotten the glue that you're supposed to put on the bottom yet, so I have not had a chance to wear them properly, but they do fit and they are the right size. I ended up putting them in for 2 hours at about 180 spins per minute, and these are my remaining balls that I have. So basically I bought 2 of the yellow and 4 of the blue colour, and these are the remains that I have from that. The first ball of yellow was basically enough, but I had to use this for the I-cord edging, so it didn't end up being enough. It held through for both of the stripes on both of the slippers, but I needed to do the I-cord in the yellow, so that didn't end up working out. I thought that I would have enough yarn to send one ball back, but that didn't end up working out that way. For these I used 3 and a tiniest bit because I needed like that much yarn, or even like double that. I needed like 2 meters for all the sewing, because you basically work in panels and then sew everything up, and then once it's felted it truly has like a shape. Before it's felted it's more so floppy, and now it's like a proper slipper. So anyway, these are my remains. I think they total to about 70 or 80 grams. So if you're looking to make this pattern and you have size 7 or 8 UK shoe size, then 2 balls of your stripe colour and 4 balls of your main colour should be enough, but you will have some remains. I plan on using these in another one, as I plan on making 3 total. So this will be a scrappy pair that I will either list on my shop or just give away at some point, because obviously it's not enough to make another whole one, because the original one did take 2 balls, 4 balls, so I can't do anything with really 2 little scraps. But it will be added to the total that I will make a new one out of. So originally this video was going to be me going through the process of making the slippers, but I just wanted to give you my thoughts, because the pattern was pretty easy to follow, like people have said, but there were a few points where the wording wasn't as clear as it could have been, so I needed to watch the video through to actually understand what was going on. The terminology was pretty good. I really liked the colour breakdowns that she did, and she had like 4 different colour variants that you could like play around with, so you could find what colours you wanted to use. She also gave you like different colour combinations you can use. I used drop snow and I used 8mm needles, which is both of what she suggests in the pattern. I would personally just go along with what she suggests, unless there is a reason you can't buy drops. I would still use the 8mm and go for something similar, because drops is pretty readily available and it's pretty cheap yarn and it's 100% wool, so I really like that. I think that this pattern is pretty good as far as things go. I think if you're a beginner, it's not the easiest pattern to start knitting with. I would say, even though it says like advanced beginner, I would say like sort of like baby intermediate pattern, because you do still need to know quite a few stitches going in, and the video doesn't talk you through it, it just shows you the stitches. There's nobody talking in the video, I think only at the beginning or something like that. So that is one thing to know. Even though it says advanced beginner, I would say like easy intermediate pattern. If you're either just getting into knitting, I would start with something else and then come back to this. Or if you are familiar with increases and decreases, but you are an advanced beginner, I would say this pattern could still be for you. But yeah, I think here's a few things to keep in mind. These do knit up pretty quick. I think I finished the main body of both slippers in about a day. So I think this took me a day and a half and the other one took me a day and a half. So about 3 days for that. And then it took me 2 days to seam it up. And then the I-cord took me 1 day total. So I think in total that is about 5 days. So as far as knitting projects go, I would say that's not too bad. But of course, if you plan on selling this at a market or on your website, or if you're a business owner, I would say it's not a very good knitting pattern to do that with. I think it's something good if you're trying to find a slipper pattern. I think it's good if you're learning your decreases and increases, and I think it's good if you're gifting to family and friends. I don't think it's a good market prep item, as it does take, 5 days. But out of all that said, I do really like this pattern, and I will be making it again, and I want to show you the other colour schemes that I will be using for the upcoming ones that I'm going to do. I have 2 other slippers that I'm going to make from this pattern, and I want to show you those now. I already showed you them partly in my unboxing video, where I showed you new yarn that I bought for this specific project and other projects, so I will show you that now just in case you haven't already seen that. Here is my other colour palette that I am going to be using. As you can see, it's already caked up. This is also drops. So this is 100% wool, like I said, and I have 3 balls of this and 4 balls of this. Now that I've already made one pair, I think I will be able to return one of these colours, seeing how much I actually had left over when I used 1 ball for the actual stripes and then only had to use the rest of it for the I-cord, because this will be a size above the ones that I made originally, the blue and yellow ones. These are a size 7 UK, and these will be a size 8 as a gift. And then the last pair that I do plan on making is another pair for myself, which will be in this green and purple. You can see I haven't caked it up yet, as this will be after I have finished this pair with these 2 colours. So I had the same amount in this as I did in the first colour. So I have 2 balls of this and 4 balls of this, because this will be the main colour and these will be the stripes. I now know that that is definitely enough for this, and this is the 1 ball's colour that I can return it in. Of course, not this caked up one, but one that is fresh in the ball. And yeah, these scraps will be going towards a mystery 4th one that I will be making, that I will either gift or put on my shop when I see how many scraps I have from the rest of my projects, and if it is enough to make another slipper set, or if it's enough to make a size 6, a size 7, a size 8, and we will just have to see sizing wise, because if I gift it, I will have to make it that person's size, and if I sell it, I will just be shooting in the dark of whoever's shoe size it is who buys it. So we will have to see on that, but for now, those are my plans. I have made these, I have these 2 scraps left over. This is my coming colour palette that I will be working on quite soon. That is a gift. These are going to be for me, but they are coming in the future, and mystery fourth pair that I might make depending on if I have enough scraps to do that. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye!